Ms. Houston had mentioned that she wanted us to do something with the pond because that's unique to Montgomery Central. And it just popped right in my head, we need to make a boat when we get to density and when we get to buoyancy. And so I did a little research and I decided that we should make a cardboard boat with the students. And then they made model boats or prototypes.
We've been working on this STEM challenge for about 3 weeks now. They've been using the concepts of density and buoyancy, and they've been building them the past few days. And then yesterday they kind of figured out whether or not their weight was going to be bigger or their buoyant force, and it was going to tell them whether or not their boat was going to sink or float. And so today they're actually testing their boats.
We took cardboard and we cut it into little pieces, and then we put waterproofing paint on it, and then saran wrap, and then we put clear tape over that, and then we put duct tape over that, and then we used silicone and glued it all together.
Like, we had to do the calculations on like the width and the height and the length, but like building it, like if we were just talking about it, it would be different. Like we actually got to build it, so like
hands-on activities are funner than
so it was easier to learn it, like the calculations and everything. It was easier to learn because we actually got to do it.
I feel like they know a lot more about density and buoyancy than they ever have in the past. They can tell me that they need a bigger volume boat in order for it to float. That's the only way you can make your boat float, is if the volume is bigger than the mass or the weight of the boat. And so that's why almost all of them floated, is because they knew they needed a bigger volume and to make it very light.
We actually built a boat off of one of the students' scale models, and Mr. Ferrell is actually going to get in the boat and row to the island and save a goose. We put a model or a decoy goose on the island, and he's going to save this injured goose. And so we're going to see if Mr. Ferrell sinks or if he actually floats in this boat.
Love STEM. I've never taught it before, obviously. This first year we've done it here, but I really like it. The hard part this year is coming up with these things we want them to solve, these challenges, because we're all math brained, as we say, and it's very hard for us to be creative. But once we get the challenge set, the rest of it just kind of falls into place. I haven't taught any differently. I still teach the same concepts, the same things. I just teach it and relate it to their project that they're making so that it makes it real world for them. They don't just say, oh, why are we learning this math? They're seeing why we need that math to make a boat.
As a group, they have a different kind of belief in themselves that, you know, hey, we can do things that seem impossible. We can pull that together and make it happen, and it proved true today, thankfully. You know, it gave us everybody something to talk about. Everybody's been kind of looking forward to this day. Hopefully for the right reasons, not that they thought I was going to fall in the pond, but there's a lot of excitement and just, you know, one of those positive things that you look forward to, and it brings everybody together. You know, some days there's a lot going on and forget about some of the exciting things that the school brings, and I think today brought some excitement to the school, and so that's always a positive thing.